Hello everyone. If you've just come from Alexa's class, welcome. And if you're just joining me, that's okay too. I think I'm live. Yep, there I am. Alrighty, please let me know if the volume's okay, the volume's too low, the volume's too high. There. Alrighty. I am hoping that my volume's good. Hopefully. So, welcome to Let's Get Lit for the reading. Kim's Amazing Stamp Set and 2-layer stencil. I have decided to make a scrapbook layout and a card using this set. Now I am a little bit more scattered than normal because I've had my grandkids here and they just left around 1. So I have all my stuff. I'm getting there. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep going. If there's any questions, ask. And I'll follow along as much as I can. Anyway, here we go. So, what I did is I used the layering stencil to make a simple card, with this. And I used a mini slimline card. It fit perfectly for the larger shelf. So I'm going to make that. And I will also... I did a scrapbook page. Now, scrapbooking was my first, I guess, real love before I started doing cards. So I have a 2-piece scrapbook layout, or pardon me, a 2-page that I've made that I will share. And for those that have a Cricut and they have Cricut access, I have all the little accessory, what they call ephemera, this kind of stuff in here. I have all this in a print and cut file that I will gladly put on and let you share it. It's simple print and cut. If you want to make the layout and you don't have access to Cricut or whatever, just, I don't know, let me know what we can do, and maybe Kim and I can figure it out for you. So anyway, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to start with the scrapbook layout, because basically it's pretty good, like pretty easy to do. Yeah. So there's the first page. I use the image from the stamp set with the girl, and I used the little mug as well, because who doesn't have a cup of hot chocolate or coffee or something when they're reading? And from the stamp set, Save My Place, I found that cute little bookworm. And the cute little stamp set, Save My Place, has got a whole bunch of different images in here. Pardon me. Words in here that I used for my, on my ephemera to give it like subtitles. So with all that said, I basically had some paper that looked like newsprint, or if you don't have it, you can use whatever's good. Hi Kim, whatever, is the volume okay for you? What I basically used is a newsprint. You could use any type of paper. And I just, I found this. I actually bought this. Okay, that's fine. Hi, Ellie. Is the volume okay for you there? I hope. So I'm going to start off with my scrapbook pages first. Oops, sorry. My paper, I have a pair of, like I said, I put stuff in a safe spot. I can't find it to save my life right now. And I just had my trimmer's here. So I didn't want to use Le Petit Parisé on my thing, so on my scrapbook page. So I cut it off and ran with it, and I came down to about 10 and a half inches here. Yeah, and I cut this bottom part off. And because I'm going to have the meat in the middle, it'll be 10 and a half by 11 1/4. Good volume? Okay, good. Yeah, it's 11 1/4. I have some, but it's a different, it's I have some in my stash, but it's not white and black. It's like ivory and black, and I already got ahead and cut some stuff out, so yeah. So another piece I'll cut off about here. Cut this off first. So this is a pretty basic scrapbook layout, just to embellish it how you want it. How many people out there are scrapbookers? 10 and a half. And I know I cut my paper backwards, so. Let's see if that messed up here. I just need to give it a little bit of a haircut here so that they'll meet. That's just me. There, that's better. And I will be coming off to 11 1/4 right there. Okay. Trying to get back into scrapbooking. Yeah, scrapbooking is like I said, it was my first love, I guess you would call it. And then COVID hit, and I picked up on cards and started using a lot of Crafting Kimmy stuff, and I love it. And then I'd be able to incorporate my stamping with my scrapbook, and it's nice because it's cheaper and I think a little more more cost efficient, and it's able to do your own what do you call it, words are hard today, make it more you. You know, you can custom your colors and custom your stamps. And anyway, so what I did is I used the black ink and Crafting Kimmy Wicked Black, and I'm just going to go around the edges. You don't have to. You can use a different color other than black. You can round the edges. It kind of gives it a little bit of a pop on even on the black. Now I mounted it on black cardstock for my base pages. You don't have to use black. You can use white. You can use a color. You can use whatever you so desire. yeah, so card making was quite the change for me. It's like making mini scrapbook layouts without photographs. And yeah. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I like to put my pieces together so they're not hanging all over the place. I have black paper. These are going to be my base pages. Somewhere. I use my trusty, what do you call it? Tape runner. And I'm just going to do the noise. Or not. Yeehaw. Why is it not running? Because the humidity is just brutal right now. I don't know what it's like where you are. We haven't had rain out here for, man, it's got to be since the beginning of July. I'm out near, just a little bit north of Belleville. And everything is dry. We're on a drought. Yes, that the picture of the zoo trip, that was Jennifer Kelly, who is a scrapbooking friend of mine. She was a member of, she retired from Craft and Kimmy design team. So I'm going to get this right to the edge. One, and then I'll match this up on the other side. Yeah, like I said, I like using my my stamps on my scrapbook pages. I did some with we went with the Canada stamp. I went to the sugar bush with my grandkids in March for March break, and it was good. I could use the sugar bush because, or the Canada stamp, because I got to customize the stamps to the colors that the boys were wearing, so that was kind of nice. It's hard for me seeing black on black here. Hang on a second. Alrighty. All right, so these are my base pages, and what I will do is I'm going to cut out my photo mats, and I chose photo mats just for basic size pictures, like 4 by 6, so 4 1/4, 2 4 1/4 photo mats, 3 4 1/4 photo mats, and then a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that way it finishes off the page. So, or a sheet of paper. So, oh, sorry. So I will cut off my okay, I'm going to move this. So bad. It's one thing cutting over, but when you're doing it for something like class, you should be doing it properly. So, 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And 4 1/4. And then this one is going to be 6 1/4 here. By 4 1/4. So this will give me my 3 mats. And then my other one is going to be 4 1/4. 5, 4 1/4. So maybe a 4 by 4. Oops, boom, boom, out go the lights. Okay. So, all that I did is I just kind of put them up and put them together for me. Of course, this is just, you know, if you want to see something like this. And in my opinion, everyone's pages are going to be different. This will just give you an idea. And of course, if you're going to put different size pictures in, you're going to have different size, what's the word I'm looking for? Different size mats and everything else. One. And like I said, I have, if anybody wants the Cricut print and cut file, I will share that afterwards. But you will need to have access to get all the images for free. Alright. And access or print and cut is just one of the new features I've been using, because I figure it's nicer to use ephemera like this than it is to have to worry about buying all kinds of stuff. Another thing you can do with your ephemera like this, I used the stamp set from Save My Place, and I used so many books, so little time, and actually it just fit on here almost perfectly. So that was kind of a good thing for me. So I'm just going to put this onto my Misty. Whoops, and put it in front of the camera. That should be okay. And I'll once again use my Wicked Black. And I just printed my ephemera on white cardstock. I'll give it a nice good coat. Actually, you could ink it on here, or you could heat emboss, whatever's good. So that'll be one for this one. Alrighty. And my other card, I put on it, my weekend is all booked, from the new Reading is Lit. You can put on here whatever you want. Keep calm and read books. I think I'll put on here, keep calm and read books. And that way we'll use this one too. Oh, wait, my stamp. All right. And then I'll just stamp it using Wicked Black. Again, you can use any color you want. Actually came up pretty good. Stamp back, sorry. So how's everyone managing all this lovely heat? Reading, I would imagine. Alrighty, so what I will do is a little bit backwards than what I would normally do. I have all my stuff cut out. All my ephemera I cut out ahead of time. So this is all from my computer file. Now this I will have to take and cut and trim. How's that? Is that better? Oh. Okay, is that Arkansas? Oh, Alaska. Sorry, duh. Yeah, it's 35 Celsius here, which is like, what, 90 or something, I think? Alrighty, so I'm going to use this, and I can take this, and I can either cut it in half, or put it partly there. So he'll go here. And you can play with however you want to play with them. Because of course it's yours. You do what you want. Now I used cut some green circles out. Oh, thanks, Kim. Yeah, it's free on Cricut if you want it. So just decide, you pull out what you want, pull out the sizes you want, and away you go. I could use that one, I guess, there. And I'll be hiding all these in a bit. And put this over here. Sorry, everybody, I'm just a little trying to find things. I put some, there it is. There we go. Yeah, so I was trying to put options for different colors and things. So, and like I said, these are more options that I play with. So like the pink and the roses. So yeah, everything's totally up to you, right? So, and then I had some peonies and some of these. Alrighty, so I think I have everything I was planning on. So what I'm going to do is trim down my one piece of ephemera. I have no idea where my small scissors are. Why would I? Okay, so we'll ignore my scissors. I have to use my big ones. Oh, that'll have to work. in here a little bit. Sorry, everybody. All right. Okay, that's good. Absolutely. I'll put it up, Ellie, for everyone to use. If you have a printer, I print out on 8.5 by 11 cardstock for my images. Cut it out, and away we go. So, anyways, so here's what I did. I will be coloring in this image to go here. And these are all going to get tucked underneath. And this image for here. And I have, on the other side, with my ugly scissors, I have this. So this one is be here. And then like this. And then my other Keep Calm and Read books back here. And this one coming in the front. And I put my scissors here or here. And I will color in my little bookworm. And this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to color away, and I use colors to pretty well match my my color of my ephemera. And of course, I don't remember what colors I used because I didn't write them down this time. But I think that's going to be pretty good to match. So I'm just going to move my pages over. Alrighty. Alright, so starting off simple, I'm going to color in my little my bookworm from the what do you call it? From the other stamp set, from the one that I was talking to you about, Save My Place. Boy, I really am scared, harebrained today. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to think of what colors I use for greens. G46. Well, we didn't use that one because that one's dry. Yeah, we'll use that one. I don't think I have to have the same colors all the time anyway. So this one I'll use G94, and I'll use a color that's a little bit lighter. Try G21. And we'll see. So G24, I put my coloring glasses on. I had cataract surgery last year, which has been great. I can see for 1,000 miles, but I can't see my nose in front of my face. Go figure. Okay, G94. And this part will be hidden, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? And G21 over top. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. He's pretty simple. So I'll put my little green dye over there. And then my mug is pretty easy. I just used a couple little colors, little blue. I used an E41 for the steam coming off, or the foam, whatever. And then I will use E44 for the coffee. And then the green, I'm going to use just a little tiny bit of the G44. Oops. Right in the edges. And then G21 for the middle part. And then the blues I used, what did I use? B95. And then B93. All right, there's my B93. So my coffee is done. My worm is done. And I just have to do my little girl on the couch. So, if I can remember how I did this, I am going to pardon my arm. I have to make some of the lines in my image a little more solid when I go to cut them out in my scan and cuts, so gotta make sure I get them off before I go to color them. Anyway, there we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in the couch right now. I used a little tiny bit of, I stuck to the same colors, the B97, the B90s. And I will just color. I don't think we really need to worry about what's what. You see okay? Is that better? Oops. How's that? There, that's better. Anyway, so while I'm coloring along, what's everyone doing to escape the heat? Stay in the house? I don't blame you. 99, 97. And 95. Alrighty. I'll probably have to go back and do some real blending again at the end. Anyway. And I'm just trying to make the edges down by the girl a little bit darker to try and give it some depth. I don't know how successful I will be, but I will try. And like I said before, I'm not as good as the other girls on the design team. All I do is my best. Drinking hot coffee. Oh my gosh. Oh, Michelle, that sounds nice, actually. I have to admit, even though it's been pretty cold or pretty hot out, my husband likes the air conditioning cool, so he likes to keep the house at 71, which is fresh. 95, 93. But anyway, we survive. 93. There we go. And we'll go into the back of the couch. Oops, wrong end. Your husband likes it cold too, Ellie? I don't mind it, but if I'm sitting here in my craft room, I found my feet get cold. My grandsons were here, and one of them has a bed. Well, we bring a bed in for him to use in my craft room, and it was fresh, let me tell you, in here. I guess it's good for sleeping, but anyway. Alrighty, 99, 97. And like I said, these colors are just mine arbitrarily. There we go. I did download a book to read. I just haven't got that far yet. I was going to try to sit outside for a little bit when the boys were here this morning, but it was a little bit too hot. Well, my craft room, the vent, the air conditioning heating vent is basically right at my feet, so I know we're never satisfied, right? I think I have to fix that. Hello, Melanie, how are ya? Is today your in-between day? Are you working tonight? I do not miss having to work shift work. Alrighty. And do the front of the couch. So, 97. Okay, Ellie, take care. Hope your hubby feels better soon. All the best. $97, $95. Upside down. $93 for the front. ready. And I'm going to do the edges of the couch or the chair. Sorry, I'm just tucked right in here. Two sounds off. Yeah. I know we had gone to Florida a few times for the summer, or for the winter. But it's like not taking any vacation until till February. It was wonderful, but oh my gosh, it was a long year. And then when you retire, Melanie, even though every day feels like a vacation, it does, but it doesn't, so. Yep, I totally agree. COVID did me in, so. Yeah, COVID did a lot of people in. A lot of people I know that were working, we pretty well had about enough of it, so. Alrighty, I think I got that. And what I ended up doing is I ended up giving her a pair of what do you call these? Leggings. So dark leggings. And I use the W's. W7, W5. Oops, W5. W7 actually, just in the little corners. Looks like my W7's lie. So that won't be used. I use W5 instead. That'll be dark gray. Or faded black instead. There we go. Oh well, not much I can do. Finding my adhesive is sticky. Not where it's supposed to be. My markers are drying up. Yes, well up here. Yeah, COVID was brutal. I'll just use a couple layers of the 4. Oops. Well, she's not wearing white socks. We'll give her W1. Now we'll give her W0. Dirty socks. That'll work. Now I just used E27. I just used E27 just to make the here. There we go. And I'm going to do the greens for my pillow. Same pillow, same colors as the ones I've been using. So G94. Oh, Melanie, that means so much coming from you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're kind. Okay, G94. And then G21. Just go over top of it. Alrighty. So I'm going to choose now the book. I think I'll do the book in 25. And where else we got? Oh, 23. Do I have that one to be fixed too? Crash. Okay, E25 for my book. And these are just, like I said, arbitrary colors. Don't think it really matters. In between the fingers. Sorry, I'm not talking again. I'm trying to concentrate. Like I said, I had my grandsons here for a few days. It's been wonderful. But I'm pooped. I think our poor dog's going to be sleeping quite well. This one needs to be charred or filled. All right. And my pages, I'll just do an E21. No, an E40. All right, so now I'm going to do her shirt in, let me see here, what an R14. R14, how does that look? Yeah, we'll try that. Now good are 12. I think some of my Copics may need a bit of a spa. Alrighty. So, now I'm left with her skin and her hair. I'm going to color the two books, and that way they're done. I'm going to do this one up here. And like I said, just arbitrary. I just did our 14 and our 12 just because I could. Just because I did. The other book I'm just going to do in a brown beige. Let's do this. 2325. We'll do 25. And I'll just do 3. To E40, wherever I put it, back here for the pages. All right, so like in one of my last lives, I found a combination of skin colors I kind of like. E13, E11, and YR000. So these are the ones. So I'm going to try it and give it a chance again. E13, just a little bit of a shade. Under her neck. Because we all have little shadows under our neck. More as we get older. Alright, 13. 11. I'm not too worried about her hair because I will be covering it. And 11 to blend it. Go back and do a little more. 11. And back here. And I think I'm going to throw a little tiny bit of color on her cheeks. I'm going to go to an RV10. All right, so now I have to decide on a hair color for her. My model, my one page, I used dark gray. I think what I will do is use a simple one. I think I have an E35. E35, E18, yep, and E59. Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to use. So I will base with E35. How's everyone doing? No one's fallen asleep on me, I hope, yet. E35, E18, oh, flicky. I always have such things with watching the hair. Oh, Melanie, you're so kind. Big difference for you when you're not having to do it yourself, I would imagine, so. All right. I guess theoretically there's really no wrong way to do it, is there? Okay. E18 and then E59. Okay, I'm going to leave that. And, oh, I forgot her hands, didn't I? E13. 11. I'm just going to use a little bit of E11 on her hands and her fingers. Okay, and then what do you say for eyes? What do you say we make her blue eyes? I always wanted blue eyes when I was a kid. I never got them, but hey. We'll do B21. I think that'll work for her eyes. Yep. I'll make blue. Then I'll go to my someplace. Someplace I have a black fine tip Cricut marker. Or use a Copic fine liner. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah. Oops, oh well. Here we go. So I'm going to leave, I think, hang on. 14. I'm going to give her a little more color because she's a little pale. 14, just a little more color in the shirt. R12. It's gotta be here someplace. R12. And I made a mistake. I made underneath her armpits, I think it probably should be in the green, so I'm going to do a couple gabs of green on there, if I can find my green. Yep. 294. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave her where she is. And I think that'll work. Alrighty. Oops, sorry. Alright, so now all I have to do is assemble it. So I'm just going to show you what I did. I'm not going to glue and tape and all that on here right now. Okay, so yep. How's that? Better? At least it wasn't falling out on me. Okay. Okay, so my original is here. Okay, I'm going to do something similar. So a little mini book, so little time. I'm going to just wedge that in behind here. Reading is my therapy. And here, what I would do myself is just bring this in so it's sort of like, you know, like this. Whatever works for you. If you want it up, down, I think it works okay there. And I would glue that and probably foam tape it so it's up so you can slide your pictures in afterwards. And I want a small little circle in here. You could probably even cut that smaller if you wanted. And, okay, so I know I have, well, you saw me with my, oh, there it is. There's my cookie, or my, there. And what you might want to do too is, you got glosses, a stack of books, whatever you want to put in yours. And I put another circle in just because I could. Let me see, how big is that circle? Same size, sorry. Yeah, same. 1 and 2 and 3. And here. I'd probably stick a pair of glosses or something in, and yours will probably look better because mine would normally be better than that, but it is what it is, so. And then I will slide this in, or you can cut it in half, whatever works. So I will cut it in half. Just like this. There we go. And then put a circle here. And with this circle, I'll pop those little guys out. I'll put my girl there. And a stack of books behind her. Like this. Or however you want to place it. You can put some gems back in there. Whatever's good for you. So there's page 1. Foam tape as much as you want, as little as you want. And then this page here. What you can do is keep calm and read books. You can leave the little white edge on it, or you can trim it out, whatever you prefer. They bring back memories of the the library books when you used to check them out at the library when you were a kid, if you ever did that. We used to have a bookmobile I remember going to. Showing my age. Okay, so we have this, and then we're going to layer them up. And I'll find another. I'll take this, and I would cut it in half, or whatever. Or cut a smaller one out. Probably a smaller one there. Like this. And there. And layer my other things up on it. Like this. And I would still be using a lot of foam. Like a dimensional foam tape. And scissors if you want. You don't have to use them. And I would slide my little bookworm into here. Like that, just picking up. You can use strip journaling. You can use this for journaling. You can use whatever you want. So, yeah, and that's basically what I would be doing with this. Like I said, looking at it now, I might consider, you know, using some more of those accessory stamps for whatever you want to, like for, you know, for the corner in here. But yeah, totally up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this away. And then I also, I use the stamp set for my scrapbook. And I wanted to use a the stencil to make a card. So I made a very simple slimline card using the stencil. Oh, so I do remember both of these. Yeah, I can still see that. These take those copies of the books, the cards in the back of the books. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is, this is a slimline card, and I used a die for here. Something very simple. And this is about 3 inches, or 3 by, where am I here? 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. So my white piece here is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I have a piece of the dark brown that I'm going to use for my backing. Just because I decided to use brown. That was what I decided to use. And because I decided to use brown, I thought that what I would use is Sandy Shores, someplace in my crafting Kimmy ink stash. Should I put someplace? Here we go. So I enjoy just put a little bit of ink on here to give it a bit of a, oh, I'm changing my hair to brown. Just to give it a little bit of dimension. And then if you're cutting a pattern paper, you also get rid of that little white edge on your paper. All right. So that'll go on to the back of my paper, or back of my, the front of my card base. Yeah, words are hard today. All right, so I am going to use the stencil, and I'm going to find some of these. Okay. And like I said, I'm a little off. Okay, so first things first. I cut my cardstock basic cardstock for stenciling. All right, and I'm just using a sticky mat that I think it's wallflower, or not wallflower, waffle flower. And I'm going to use this stamp set, this here. There. And this should be good, good, good. And for the shelf, I used Sandy Shores. So all I'm going to do is use Sandy Shores. Has anybody used this stencil yet? It's actually a pretty cool design. And I really like the way, I mean, men read, women read, kids read. It's really a all-encompassing. Light or dark. Alrighty, there's my shelf. So, my shelf is done. I'm going to be doing, so that's the first stencil. And the stencil, this one, I am going to be using the books 1, 2, and 3. So, what I did is I found approximately, oh, I could do this better. 5, 2.5, about there. Okay, so this is approximately the middle. I think right there. And I will mask off. I will use this type of masking paper, this, what do you call it? 3M? Haven't used it yet, Michelle? Yeah. It's pretty, well, you can use the pots for something separate. You know, you can use, actually, if you wanted to, you could go nuts and use the pots for, or the books for, you know, for a scrapbook page too, right? So, all right. So, I chose to use a blue palette for my books, because I was thinking, I've got grandsons, boys. So for the first one that I used Amazing Azure. And I know I have the, is that it? I think so. Must be. We'll find out. I think so, yeah. So I'm going to use this. And just ink blend. These inks are so smooth and they go on so nicely. And go both ways. There. So there's my one level. I'll remove these. And I will go into number 2, which is here, which I will place, let's see, like that. And again, I will cover over 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm going to use, let's try Magical Midnight. Actually, I'm going to use Stormy Sky. There we go. And again, the stencils are awesome because you can customize your projects to any, well, obviously any color combination, something that you've got that you want to make a copy of. Now, I'm also doing mine not as, dark's the right word, just a little bit, I don't know, softer. I'm not really doing any, I'm trying to do a little bit of shading, but not really a lot of shading. There. And then the third one goes on here. Look at that, eh? Isn't that amazing? There. And then we're going to cover here. These Post-it notes work so well. Okay. Now, did I just use this? Oh, man, Heather. I think not. So I'm going to try this. Okay, so. Alrighty. Magical Moonlight. So I used Azure, Stormy Sky, Magical Midnight, oops, and there's my reveal. I have to fix this, which I will do after. I am going to put it into my, oh, no, I'm not done. Duh, I'm not done. I have my plants to do still. And they are in this one here. So, I'll put them here like this. And this one is going to go here. And this one will go here. Like I said. All right, so my first card that I did, the plant pot that I used Marvelous Mocha. And I got a brown one, but I think I'm going to go more of a terracotta. So I think I'm going to try the Rich Rust. Why not, eh? Yeah, try it. Okay, so I've got my little brush. And I know you're all watching me thinking, oh no. There, let's try that. Oh, Rich Rust is amazing, isn't it, Melanie? Yeah. Go from terracotta. I can go for all kinds of stuff. Okay, so we have one pot and the other pot. Oops, I think I got that one kind of dark. By accident. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, so Rich Rust. which I will get rid of. And then I'm going to go into the Marvelous Mocha for the dirt. No, for the top of the plant, I should say. Not the dirt. Okay, so we're going to do this. Dog here, Heather. This one. And then the other one, which is number 2, right here. This stencil, everything fits together so perfectly. It just blows me away. There we go. Look at this. And for those of you who have not ordered this yet, I would advise you should. Because if you don't, I don't think Kim has too many of these left now. And who wants fear of missing out, right? 2. So now the only thing we have left to do is our plants. What am I doing? So we have plant A, which will go here. Dark green and light green. There. Mask this off. Okay, so this is going to be the dark green that I'm doing now, which I used Fresh Fields. This is such a versatile green, a wonderful green to use. So we have Fresh Fields on here, inking it up, making for a lovely plant. Much greener than the plants we see outside, which are kind of into the white color, if you're like my garden. This lack of rain has been nasty. And I'm going to put the white one, oops, over here. There. And 1. And the next color, which is there. The next green I will use is Mossy Meadow. And once I get this all lined up, I get some pieces of paper. Alrighty, and then we're going to stencil. Whoop. That really comes out, yeah. And then this one, we'll do this. And this one goes there. And we'll just go on here. Alrighty. I think that works. Looks good to me. I'm happy with it. Now, I do have a small eraser somewhere in here, the sanding eraser, that I will probably try and pull that off in a bit later, off camera, when I find it. And then I'm going to stamp Reading is Dreaming with Your Eyes Open, using my Misty right in here. Get it all straight somewhere. Somehow, there we go. And I'll be using my black ink, Wicked Black. I think that looks, oops. I think that looks okay. Alrighty. I will use my black. So I've got my Craftin' Kimmy Wicked Black. Alrighty, there we go. And I will clean that after I put my other stuff. Alright. And of course, the card base that I made is a wall as well. So I am going to attach this onto my, here, like that. And I used, oh, what is that stuff? Foam tape. And now we use foam tape again. You can die cut it, well, you know, die cut it, do whatever you want. Then I'll just keep this one plain. If you wanted to ink all the edges up, you could. My table is a mess. There we go. So I buy foam tape, but I buy the thinner stuff as well. And I like using the thinner stuff sometimes, especially on my cards. They don't get, they seem to pass through the mail so far, so good. Who knows what's going to happen, but so far so good. Anyway. Alrighty, so that's going to go on to my card base, wherever it may be. Oops. Well, not really here, but it'll go on my card base. I'll just attach it on there. And that's it. Now Kim was showing yesterday, this morning? Yesterday. One of the cards that was on sale, the mermaid card. I can't remember what the name of the stamp set is. Anyway, and I had made a card, like a double fold type card, using one of the mermaid set. I also made the same card style with a Christmas set with the gnomes, with the oh, what do you call it? The gnomes with the double folds. He was pulling the Christmas tree. So if you would like, I just wrote a quick instruction on here. So you're going to make 2 top folding cards. This one, it's 4 1/4 by 11. You're going to score it in the middle and fold it, set it aside, okay? The other one is going to be 4 by 10 1/2, so it's a little bit smaller than this one. You're going to measure it half, so you're going to score it at half of 10 1/2, which is 5 1/4. And then you're going to score half here, which is about 2 5/8. You can always just mark it with a fold and then put on your score, okay? And then when you go to assemble it, this is what you're going to do. I know this is white. I'm going to color around the edges. Hang on 1 second here. Just so you can see it. There we go. So your card is going to be like this. And you're going to measure this, or not measure it, but line it up so the bottom is on here. And this will be the top. You can have 2 different color bases for your cards. And you will open it up like this. And this will be adhered like that. Okay? Does that make sense? Clear as mud. I'll let you guys take a screenshot, or I can set it up for you. Set up a file for you as well. Anyway, thank you. That's it. Enjoy the rest of the stamp sets. Oh, yes, that was it. Make sure that you get your orders in for this stamp set, and then use your coupon code to get a free one. And okay, thanks. Oh, Michelle, you're very kind. Thank you. Thanks, Melanie. Thank you. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later and be able to see what the difference is between the ones I made and the ones I didn't make. Or I made earlier. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye for now.